Everybody, Dirk Manning here, the writer and creator of numerous comic books and graphic novels, including Nightmare World, Tales of Mystery, Brave but Not Dead, all kinds of stuff. And I am super excited for you because you are getting to watch right now, right this moment, out of all the things we're going to be doing, you're getting to enjoy and revel in the Madness Comic Network. And that is awesome. Thank you for being here.
I don't know why, but you are watching the Madness Comic Network. Are you mental?
Who am I, you ask? I was created in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by the waste of a dying world. I was bestowed with an insurmountable task: bring peace after decades of death, persecution, and chaos. I am a grandchild of war, destined to help two camps which hate has fueled for far too long. Surprisingly, I am not alone. Have an odd bunch to make the road a little more bearable. Come with me, to bring hope where there was despair, respect where there was resentment, creativity where there was destruction. I am Pinocchio, and this is my story.
It's Flip City Magazine, The Parodies, Special Edition, with savage send-ups of The Walking Dead, Star Trek Picard, Stranger Things, The Mandalorian, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more from the first 4 years of Flip City. Get Flip City The Parodies free when you subscribe in print at flipcitymag.com. The world's best satire magazine, and never, ever woke.
Bat Chihuahua, Boondog City. Our friend Addie Marie Art. She's been hanging out with us on the Madness Open Draw stream. Cool person, fun to hang out with. We got a whole bunch going on, boy, with you today. What is this? Who is this person? Who could this be? Madness is just what I need on a Friday. I need madness every day, every stinking day. I'll say hi to everybody watching. Everybody watching on Pilled, on Rumble, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook. Love you guys. Love all you guys. And we're going to continue to bring you good stuff. So we got this new show. Oh, look, popcorn. You know, kettle corn with just a little bit of milk. You got to eat it fast, though. You can't let it get soggy. You know what I'm saying? So we have a show. We got this new show, and it's called What's Your Issue? And it's basically me going, all right, I'm going to just give the floor to somebody else and hang out with them. But I don't have to do anything. I don't have to come up with questions or, you know what I mean? I just get to hang out and let them talk about what they want to talk about. So today we went tripping around. Oh, wait a minute. I got one thing real quick. You guys have seen me wearing these cool ass shirts the last few days. Oh, come on, camera. Declaration clothing, guys. Good stuff. Go check them out. declarationclothing.com. Live free or die, bitches. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Good stuff. American stuff. Yeah. Give me a little. Ooh, yeah, get in on the declaration. See what I'm saying? So I sent the invite out to some people and got a response from a wonderful creator over at Flip City Magazine. And I said, Kitty, you want to come out? Kitty said, yeah.
Sorry.
But you're not Kitty.
I'm not. You know, Kitty's out there watching the early votes. She's overseeing the early votes. She's a very important person.
Okay.
And very busy doing, benevolent things all the time. So you get Christy. Apologies.
Okay, but are you going to give us Kitty's issues or Christy's issues?
Dude, I'd go insane if I tried to get inside Kitty's mind. So
see, look, everybody's like, man, it said Kitty. Kitty.
Cosmac Grandpa actually was lucky enough last night to hang out with Kitty for a little bit during our Halloween stream. Hi, Glenn Fleming.
I did see that my friend Cos was over there hiding in a costume. He's in a costume.
Well, he's a closeted furry that only comes out, every once in a while to surprise us.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It is true, Cos. Kitty is way more polite than me.
Well, maybe I did get the right person for What's Your Issue then. I mean,
I think so.
This show is supposed to be about you getting stuff off your chest, or now see, this is the cool thing about this show. It's a double-edged show. If you're a comic creator and you want to just come out and talk about your book, that's your issue, right? Campaign going on or whatever, that's your issue. Come on out and talk about it. If you want to split the show up between that and some personal issues you need to get off your chest, that's fine. If you want to spend the whole hour cussing the world out, the soapbox is yours. You see what I'm saying? That's what this show is, me giving you our soapbox for an hour.
I love soapboxes.
Yes,
The thing about soapboxes is, I'm just thinking, modern soapboxes made out of cardboard. I'm assuming soapboxes used to be wood. Otherwise, you'd fall through if you're trying to stand on one, right?
Yes. They used to be little wooden crates, like a milk crate. Same thing, right?
Yes. Well, and that's the thing. So when do we get into the ranting and raving? Because it's been a while. I think when COVID hit, I was a very ranty person. You know, I was really pissed off about COVID. And then I realized I became a more and more unhappy person. So I've decided, I decided quite a while ago, a couple of years, I think, that I'm just not going to get mad about anything anymore. And it's worked out all right for me.
Okay.
You know? But yeah, I think I'd love to talk about censorship with you because I know that's a big thing with you. I'm a major First Amendment, rah, rah, rah. Everybody should speak their mind and not be censored. But, back, I think, 2021, doing Flip City Magazine, we made friends with multiple YouTubers that were rising in profile. And I don't know if you remember the big purge of 2021 where everybody was getting removed from YouTube.
That's kind of why that was the thing that was pushing me to different platforms. And a lot of people went to Rumble, and obviously I met you and found out about Pill. But my thing was, I'm going over the internet people all the way completely. I just want to go to Roku. I don't want no more overlords.
Right.
YouTube's on Roku. Roku isn't on YouTube. Do you see what I'm saying? So you go to the top if you want to avoid turn them into the competition, not your dad. YouTube's never going to be our dad. So
Right. Well, hey, in chat, Glenn Fleming says they'll be cussing on November 6th, whichever way. We're all doomed.
I think
Glenn, I'm so sad to hear that you're a doomer.
I'm looking at it like this way. It'd be a whole lot more people cussing if it goes one way than the other. And that just pretty much tells you how crooked the system is.
Yeah, I mean, well, I live in California, and I swear, and maybe it's because I'm a bit rural in California.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, I think California actually is quite red. Like even cities be damned. I just think the corruption's so bad here that, it's been stolen for maybe decades.
It's the same in Michigan. It's the same in Michigan. They go out of their way to make laws so you can't challenge what happens. Right? I mean, They went out of their way to make it a law that you can't challenge. You can't challenge if it's close. What? Isn't that when you want to challenge? Isn't that when you want to know that the votes were counted right? It's like they do so much weird stuff, man. YouTube censored. Oh, I know. They tried to shut it down. Like you could only find clips of it that other people posted. You couldn't find the actual interview. But they fixed that. He raised enough. The people raised enough shit about it that they had to go put it back up there.
I feel bad because I still have not gone over and watched it, but I did see over on Twitter that people were posting that I am searching everywhere for the Rogan interview and only see clips.
Yep.
And I'm like, no surprise there. It's basically like I think my mindset has switched to the point where nothing shocks me anymore. I'm like, I just expect absolute insanity all the time. And how long is that sustainable? I think maybe I'm going a little crazy, with that mindset, of like, man, this is just the world we live in now. I think it helps maybe it helps to publish a satire magazine,
I know I'm a little crazy, or there's no way I'd be able to do this, right? I have neglected to share this link out to a couple places though, so let me do that real quick.
Okay. Well, while you're sharing that, I'll let you put your whole attention on that. Let me see what am I going to yell about? Oh yeah, we were going to talk about censorship. I'm going to go way back to 2021. So, like I said, we were able to kind of harness a couple of people that were growing on YouTube rather quickly and have them talk about Flip City Magazine. They loved what we were doing because we are a 100% censorship free, crazy satire that makes fun of, clown world basically. And we were finding great success in that. And once YouTube started their big purge, dude, it affected us so badly. And another thing about that as well, and I've noticed it happen over and over again, is it seems like they're able to smash conservatives and scatter them around the interwebs. So there's no real one place that people
Right.
go. Because do you remember Clout Hub?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Does anybody go there anymore? I think it might be a dead platform.
Yeah,
You know?
so many of them have come and gone, so to speak, right? And a lot of that, again, we come right back to the internet overlords. If they want to squash you, they're going to squash you.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the thing too, because there is no. I'm guilty of this as well. So this happened. I'm like, screw YouTube. I'm going to go to all the alt platforms, and that's where I'm going to hang out, and this and that. But I do keep coming back to. I keep coming back to YouTube. Why is that? Is it like we have an addiction? Is it the interface? Because like, I personally love Pilled. I love the chats on Pilled, but I think I spend more time on YouTube.
Well, for the time being, there's more content. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's like 500 comic related channels on YouTube. I'm subscribed to so many of them, and so many of them put out so little content that it might as well not be. You know what I mean? It's like they don't, there's 50 that put out regular content in the comic community, and then there's a whole lot of people that just do it whenever they get the gumption to do it, right? They'll come out and do a show. Scheduling this and sticking to it, stuff like that, it takes a certain determination to be seen and to be heard, and to make sure, in my case, make sure my friends are seen and heard. That was really what this was all about, was making sure that everybody had a place to come out here and be seen. And I was watching people get their channels nuked, and it was like, so I didn't even push for monetization, because that was the thing I noticed, was that every time one of my friends would get monetized, they would get demonetized with a quickness or removed entirely.
Right. Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too. Like, so a lot of people that stream on YouTube and are trying to build their audiences and everything, but also try to be as forthcoming as they want to be. They watch their analytics, and they actually track, when YouTube is taking away views and doing all the shenanigans that YouTube does. And I don't pay attention to it purposely, because I'm like, I don't need my blood pressure raised over BS like this. I'm just going to always assume, YouTube is pulling shenanigans on me until it's just so obvious. So I had John Dillard on maybe like 3 weeks ago on my stream, and I know I had maybe 15 viewers live, and then, people come and at least click on the video, over the next couple of days. When I checked my in the YouTube studio just for the views, it was like, it said I had 4 views.
Yeah, they did that to one of our shows with Laurie. One of Laurie's shows. And Laurie's shows, like, they get 40, 50 views sometimes. And
right.
I was looking for one through the playlist because somebody wanted a link. And I'm looking in the playlist, and it's like, I come across one of Laurie's shows that's got 0 views. And I'm like, okay, that's some bullshit. And I click on it, and there's 25 people in the chat talking.
Right.
But they got 0 views.
Yeah.
And I went out on Twitter and I screenshot and I attacked YouTube over it. And well, sometimes, the algorithm picks things up as illegitimate. And I was like, look, motherfucker, if the algorithm can't tell that person's talking in the chat, you need to fix your algorithm.
Right. Well,
one of
the funnest stories that I've heard from, somebody that's highly censored is, I have this friend named Dr. Clown, and he was he did a lot of anti COVID mandate parody music, and he got picked up by InfoWars for one of his songs. Oh, I wear my mask in the car. Do do do. Anyway, and it was very funny, and so that kind of launched him, and he was watching live because he got super excited. He's like, "Oh my gosh, InfoWars mentioned, played our music," and so they go and they watch live their YouTube analytics, shooting up and then dipping down very quickly, shooting up again. So YouTube was just live removing viewers. He said that was the trippiest experience of his life as far as, internet censorship, watching it happen live before your eyes.
I've seen our channel get totally flatlined. We'll be getting 150 views an hour for 5 hours straight and then nothing. And it's like, how does it just go to nothing?
Right.
Okay, we have scheduled shorts that go off every day at the same time. We've got scheduled shows that go off every week at the same time. How do we flatline?
Right.
That's literally impossible unless somebody's shutting it off. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we know YouTube is full of shit. That's what I'm saying. Roku was, to me, that was the answer, to take all these shows over YouTube's head. So, because a lot of these people aren't monetized. They're not near that level, of subscribers and whatnot and watch hours. And if I take them to Roku, they can be monetized on day one. There ain't no bullshit, so yeah, it was just, we need to get over. And it's because of that censorship that we even thought about other platforms and moving away from YouTube because of what they were doing to people. Not because we were all just being dicks and going, we want to leave this platform. No, they were pushing us away,
Yeah.
Straight up.
Well, I mean, that's the thing too. It's you'd think that works against their interests, right? Because that's what YouTube is. It should be just a platform, and they should only want the money and the revenue.
Wasn't it Stupid Videos or something in the beginning? It was called Stupid Videos or some shit.
Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't even YouTube in the beginning.
Well, that's the thing too. Oh shoot, I had a pertinent thought and it flew right out of my head. YouTube. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see. We're talking about them making money, and something that's kind of a litmus test for me whether somebody's a grifter or not is if they speak on subjects that would normally get other people demonetized or kicked off YouTube, and they remain on. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to trust this person anymore because they're still on YouTube.
This is a good point too. It's like, to me though, my definition of a grifter is somebody that's not creating their own content, but they're out there creating content based on somebody else's. Like the people screen snipe what somebody else did in their show.
Is that called?
They put it on our show and we talk about it. That's kind of, to me, that's grifting because that's that guy's content.
And they're just talking shit about it.
And now you're trying to make money off of his. I think that's grifting. Okay, when you're just out there doing the screen snipe of other people's shows, and now reaction videos, that's a little different because some of them are really funny. It depends on who's doing them, right? But if you're just getting a panel of people together to critique what somebody else did online on their show, you're kind of just grifting off their show.
Yeah.
I would rather just go watch their show than watch you talk about their show.
Pops, I'm hoping you can mansplain this to me because I still don't know what it is, and you may not know either, but I'm still going to ask. Okay. Isn't that called kayfabe?
Well, I think kayfabe is just kind of fake. When people know something's fake and they're still pushing on it like it's real, and then you have to be told, no, it's not real. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I can be wrong too. That's the way I interpret it. Like, it's
okay.
Just,
That's funny because that's something that I find interesting and fun about over on Twitter is seeing people lose their minds over fake stuff because they can't tell that it's fake or satire. And I've found myself a lot of times, getting a little worked up over something that was posted, and I'm like, I just need to check this, and I end up researching something, somebody's profile or something like that for 5 to 10 minutes to find out if they're doing satire. Because I'm like, this is so ridiculous. Like, this has to be satire, and it's about 50-50. 50% of the time it's for real, and the other 50% is satire. But I'm glad I did the research because I don't want to be that asshole being like, oh, this is my opinion, and then finding out somebody's just making a joke.
But there's so many trolls out there, and there's so much shit now that you could say that you would have thought a year ago. There's no way, and it turns out to be actually true. So now, you don't know anymore. You have to go look and see if it's true, right?
Oh yeah,
we all get caught. But the funniest thing to me on Twitter is when I see somebody with, thousands of followers arguing with somebody with 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people just love feeding the trolls though.
But the guy with 4 followers, right? It's probably a sock account of somebody that can't stand that guy. And he says some shit. And then dude starts arguing with the 4 followers. And it's like, dude, don't waste your time on that. If the dude ain't got the balls to come out here and talk to you with this real account, don't give them airtime, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I've had to tell a lot of people this. And I mean, sometimes back in the beginning, I got caught up in it too, till I realized that I'm talking to somebody that has no audience. Why am I wasting my time arguing with somebody with no audience? My people know what I think. I don't need to argue with that guy.
I think some people just enjoy arguing online as well.
Oh, yeah, it's made it really easy. The internet has made it really easy to argue with people. Come on.
Yeah. I don't really engage much with the arguing online.
I get told by people like Mike Barron will come up in my inbox and he'd be like, no, Pops, you get one shot. You get to say what you got to say and then leave the conversation. Do not engage the responses. You know what I mean? It's like, if you got something, he's like, you got something to say it and then be done.
Right. Go for your mic drop immediately.
Yeah. And now that's what I do. I try not to engage, sometimes people say stupid shit. You have to say something. You can't. It's like there's no way somebody can be that dumb that I have, and I just have to go out there and I'm like, come on, that was just stupid.
Right.
But that's what Twitter's for. You don't do it anywhere else, right? That's what Twitter is for. It's designed for you to speak your voice. Elon Kamauti made it more censorship friendly. Okay, a little bit. My shit don't get tagged near as much as it used to.
Well, one thing really fun that happened when Elon took back over is Flip City had built up multiple accounts and got banned, during the censorship time, and we got them all back. So yeah, I think we had 5 accounts, and some of them we only worked up to like maybe 500 followers or something. But what was great is that we had, when we got them back, we had a couple of accounts with over 5,000 followers, and that's if you go and you follow Kitty Flip City, that used to be a different Flip City account that got banned, and she has over 5,000 followers. So it looks good for the clout thing, because I think some people do check to see how many followers you have to see if you're worth following.
Well, see, this you know about all these SEO people that are always in your inbox trying to get you to pay them to get you more followers, right?
Yeah, and they
We'll
want to
promote your campaign.
No,
and
they're
we'll
gonna feed you bots.
and I'm like, I'm just sitting there going, you're telling me, the guy who spends 12 hours a day promoting people, how you're going to do something for me. I have a footprint online. You can see me promoting people every day, right? I have a footprint that says I do that. You don't. Your footprint says you got like 100 followers, and one of them I even caught lying about having worked with Graham Nolan and promoted one of Graham Nolan's campaigns, right? And he put it on his Twitter, and I went right to Graham. I tagged Graham right away. Graham, this you? Graham's like, fuck no.
Right.
You know,
it's funny. I don't really get that on social media, but and I think this is a sign that Fund My Comic is moving up in the world. I get like 3 of those from Fund My Comic. People, going into, the contact the creator space and going, I can help you with your campaign. I'm very interested in this campaign. I can help boost you. And I'm like, no, you can't.
And that's the whole thing. You say, show me where you boosted somebody, and then you go look, and it's bots. It's just somebody created a whole bunch of YouTube bots, and they're going to follow you, right? But they're never going to engage in your content, so they're bots. Well, I don't need fake followers. I'm one of them people that curates everything. You join the Madness Facebook group and you don't have comic or pop culture stuff in your profile, you probably ain't gonna make the cut. It's sad that you can't curate YouTube as easily, because people subscribe to your YouTube, and you might get 5 subscribers. You don't know who they are. It doesn't tell you what order you got the subscribers in, or you can't go check them out until they actually chat in your chat. Then you can go to their channel and check them out, right? But until they engage, you don't know. But when it comes to Twitter, I ban the porn bots. I ban the SEO clowns. I ban all them people as soon as they hit my account. I check my account every morning. Ain't nobody on my Twitter that ain't cool, right? And it's the same with my Facebook. It's all our kind of people,
Yeah, no, I get it. I'd love to have more engagement. I need to practice with the social media more to get engagement. The thing is,
Kitty to handle your social media.
Well, it is Kitty. It is Kitty.
Yeah,
it's not me, because like Cosmic said, Kitty's a lot more polite than I am. So I think she's good for the social media. And I just wanted to say what's up to Grey Wolf.
Grey Wolf. Grey Wolf is the first member of the YouTube, of the Madness YouTube channel, like first one to sign up for actual membership. Not that we were ever building a YouTube channel.
Right.
That's the funniest thing about what goes on with me. I'm not building a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You gotta build a Roku channel, right? YouTube's just a stepping stone, a beta test, and it keeps growing. So what can you do? Keep dropping the content there as long as people are there watching. Right?
I forget if Grey Wolf went over to Pilled and signed up. I know some people have went and checked out Pilled. I highly recommend anybody watching this over on YouTube, go check out Pilled. Make an account, poke around, hop in the chat, drop some stickers. The stickers are the funnest thing, I think, about the chat over on Pilled.net.
The stickers are cool. Yes.
I'm a big supporter of like the micro platforms. I love them. Like the Fund My Comic. I love freaking Fund My Comic.
For me, it's the same as the small creators, the small YouTubers, the small, Fund My Comic, the small crowdfunding platform. I always am trying to build up the underdog.
Yeah.
The Fund My Comic thing, that was more of it is for comic people. That's okay. You're not going to go there for lawn chairs. Like you Kickstarter, you go there for everything, right? It isn't comic friendly. It isn't built for you guys. Fund My Comic is. It's built for comic people. It's built by comic people, and you actually get to interact with a human when you're setting up your campaign.
That's right. And very, very supportive over there. And that actually, that I did want to talk about today, because I knew I was coming on a show called What's Your Issue? And I'm like, oh, are we supposed to like rant and rave and all this? But
whatever you want, baby.
but
You get the soapbox. Exactly.
there is a thing, because I passively watch all the drama that goes on in the comic scene, the whole comics gate versus this and that and arguments. And, I want to stay out of it, but sometimes it's entertaining. I don't really have much of an opinion about any of it, but something that has kind of irritated me is seeing multiple people say, oh, I'll never go to fund my comic. And I'm like, these are people that are anti-censorship and not woke and all this. It's like, why? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you use fund my why won't you even consider using the alt platform? I mean, you have things, you have valid reasons to not support Indiegogo or Kickstarter, but you're not going to support the people that are absolutely in your camp. I don't get it.
No, because for some people, they're not in their camp. That's the whole thing. Everybody looks at Fund My Comic and they instantly think right wing, blah blah blah, because somebody said free speech.
Right.
Free
Yes.
speech.
Why is
you got
that?
free speech on the left and free speech on the right. Free speech means you're all invited. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
That
is funny though. That is funny. I think these days things have swung so hard that saying you're anti-censorship is now an extremist right-wing position.
The funniest thing, Kitty or Christy, when I was 25, free speech was protected by the left.
Mm-hmm.
See, I haven't changed. I'm the same guy. The ground moved underneath me.
It wasn't, I mean, I don't know if I would say it was protected by the left. I think it was just
they were fighting
everybody
for it.
Supported free speech. It's like, duh.
No, you look at the stuff that went on back in the day, it's like the left were the proponents of free speech.
Like the major warriors for it.
Yeah, we were the ones fighting for free speech when I was young and I was a liberal.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted legal weed. But I also knew that you had to have a Second Amendment to protect free speech in your legal weed.
Right. Okay? Yeah.
So those are my three things when I was 25. Free speech, legal weed, Second Amendment. And I was for all three of them. And guess what? Today, I went from liberal to right-wing extremist for being free speech, legal weed, and Second Amendment.
Yeah,
I didn't change.
It is really funny to see how many people smoke weed that are now conservatives and Republicans, and that is not a conservative right-wing thing to do.
That's why they turned me a liberal when I was a kid, when I was young. Even though I was for the Second Amendment because I was for free weed, they put me over there with the liberals.
Right?
Well, now the ground has moved. I'm still that same guy, but now I'm a right-wing extremist.
Yeah. But you're really stoned.
All the time.
Hey, that was the thing too, that has been really interesting. Cause I think, like in the early 2000s, I'm like, we're going to see legal weed in my lifetime. And I didn't think it happened this fast, though.
Dude,
let
me tell you what. My whole life, I dreamed of being able to go to the store and buy some weed and not end up in prison over it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because I went
now
to prison for weed.
Oh, you did?
In Arizona, it was a zero tolerance state.
Oh God, I have to hear the story. Tell me the first time that happened.
First time was when I was very young in the 80s, and I got caught with a quarter pound of weed, and I got 4 years in prison. 4 years.
4 years? Oh my God. I didn't know you were an ex-con.
Back in the 80s, a zero tolerance state right next to California who's going legal. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Okay. And when I was a little older, I'm still a weed advocate, and it's still zero tolerance in Arizona. And I got friends that can't get medicinal weed or anything. Zero tolerance, right? So I'd trip my ass over to California and I'd grab some weed and I'd bring it back to Phoenix and I'd give it to my friends.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then he got caught.
Got caught with the carload of weed.
You know, my dad recently told me a story, you know, because now we're adults, and I guess I kind of knew when I was a kid that they were selling, because, you know, my parents, I grew up in a middle-class
California.
family. But when I was
You
little,
work at McDonald's. Hold on.
you know, it was really great, actually, to grow up how I did, because when we were little, we were broke. You know, we always, but my parents were great parents and took us on camping trips and all that, so we had our adventures. But I got to see my dad start and build up a business to make us a middle class family. It was great, the American dream, right? But apparently, you know, when we were really young, to make ends meet, my dad was selling weed.
Mhm.
But my grandfather, my mom's dad, he kind of knew they were probably doing that, but he was friends with police that were watching my dad, and my grandfather warned him, like, dude, you need to stop this, like, right now, because they were going to bust my dad. And luckily, my grandfather had connections and was able to stop that from happening. Thank goodness, because my dad's the most wonderful person on the planet. I can't imagine how our family would have been affected. You know
what's funny is with all the stuff that happened, they never once came to my house. Okay, look, the second time they caught me coming back from California to Phoenix with 330 pounds of weed in my car.
Woo, that's a lot.
Yeah, I got 2 years.
Oh, really?
I got 4 years for the quarter pound of the weed. I got 2 years for 330 pounds in like 2000. Yeah, I want to say 2003 or 2004 or something like that. I can't even remember. Like you just phased that part of your life out. You don't. Those dates didn't happen. You know what I mean? Those years went by. They didn't happen for me. They happened for everybody else. They didn't happen for me. You know what I mean? But this is what the main thing is. Is like I watched young people go into prison and come out ruined. Completely ruined. Okay. I went in as a young person, and the only thing I kept in my head is I'm not going to let this change me. I'm going to come out and I'm going to be the same happy-go-lucky person that I've always been. I'm going to go have a good time. I'm going to do my thing. And that's what I did. I didn't let prison ruin me. Okay. I went back 20 years later, and it was completely different. And I'm not going to let this ruin me. I'm going to get out. I'm going to be the person. But a prison yard in America is a place where racism is enforced. Okay?
Right.
You run with your people or else. Okay?
Right.
That's all. There is no, you don't share a cigarette with somebody from another race. Nothing, right? There's none of that. Okay? Enforced racism. If you can live in that environment and come out and not be affected by that, you have a strong mind. Okay. That shit did not ruin me, man. Okay. I still love people. I still love family. I still love all the things that I loved before I went there. Comics, all the shit that I talk about and do. I didn't let none of that. 6 years they took from me, Christy, and I did not let them ruin me. Okay.
Right. That is a long time for a plant.
Yeah, for me.
You know, yeah.
No guns, no extra nothing for weed.
Damn, I did not know that about you. Well, I feel a little more close to you now. I feel bad that happened to you.
Well,
you know,
the only thing that pisses me off is I think everybody who had to do time over weed should be tax exempt from buying weed.
That would be nice.
Seriously, we lost time over that shit. At least don't tax us for fucking buying it now.
Right.
Okay. You know, that's the way I look at it. Anybody who did time over weed, and I don't mean jail. I mean, anybody went to prison and gave up a year or more of your life over weed, you shouldn't have to pay taxes on weed.
Okay.
They should just sell that shit to you at cost, you know, or whatever, right? You shouldn't have to pay. You already paid.
Right.
In a way that they're not going to pay us back for. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to give us anything to compensate for those years. So at least drop the taxes, give us a little exempt thing on our card or whatever the fuck, It's just a thought.
Yeah, something that like really blew my mind about California and the legal status of weed is I went to LAX I went to LAX to go to January 6th, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't been to the airport since weed was legalized, and now California is, a hotspot destination for weed tourism. Dude, people were smoking it up right outside the airport. Like, it just smells like weed constantly because, you buy it and you're trying to finish it up before getting on your flight. And it was mind-blowing. I was like, wow, this isn't something I expected.
Yeah, there's so much that we could talk about when we cover these subjects, but you have other issues, Christy.
I do.
You do.
What's my issue?
Flip City number 23.
Oh yeah.
Let's not forget to promote the other issue.
That's right. There's a link right there above my head. I made this special thing. Oh yeah, and that's the thing too about our campaign is I decided to do a down and dirty 30. So we're only running the campaign for 30 days. I think we're about halfway through right now. We did make our goal in 3 days, so that felt good. I had a decent launch stream over with a drink with Crazy. They did good for me. I didn't know when I booked it that they've never done a launch stream. You were there, giving us shit for not doing it right. So that's my issue, Pops. You should have been happy-go-lucky, but you were yelling at us in chat.
No, I was yelling at Royce because Royce has never done a launch party. It's like, put the damn campaign up, show the art, show the stuff. What are you doing? It's like,
Well, it was, I think actually it was a perfect stream to do my very first launch stream because I've never done a campaign correctly before with the whole countdown and, all the things that you're supposed to do. So I'm like, okay, at least this time I'm going to do a launch stream. And I've never done it before. Then I found out the night of he'd never done it before. I'm like, okay, this is actually kind of perfect. And his chat did really great for us. And also my own, because I was doing the cross stream thing and people showed up and it felt really good. So I'm kind of excited to do another campaign for volume 24 when that comes and just see how we do. And I'm just going to keep practicing the crowdfunding thing, doing it correctly, and do it better every time. Do the hype up, do the countdown, all that kind of stuff. And I still need to book something for our closeout. Maybe I can book something with you to do closeout.
Oh yeah,
Goof morning.
That's the thing, Christy. You are part of the madness, so you don't even have to ask. You just let me know what day, time it's ending. We set up a countdown for you, just like we do Laurie or Brian or anybody else that's part of the show here.
I love it. I love that I'm part of the madness and I can boss you around.
Kind of. I mean, it's good. It is what it is. I might be. I might come across as the guy running this shit. But at the end of the day, it's still, I have to take the input from the people that are, part of what's going on, right? And I've learned so much over the last 5 years doing this. And then I got to throw some props out to the Flip City crew. Okay.
Okay.
Look, I met you not that long ago. right?
It's not that long ago. I think we might be coming up on. Oh wait, I know I was on jury duty when
Yeah.
I met you.
Mhm.
So it's coming up on a year actually.
Yeah. Which to me, I mean, that's not long. I've been doing this for 5 years pretty steadily. So, I've known you for a year. Okay. In that time, I met you. Since I met you, I got to meet Bruce. I got to meet Cos.
Great
Which started a
people.
whole different chain reaction of things going on for us in the madness, right? Okay. So meeting you leveled us up.
That's a thing that I believe is part of my purpose on Earth is to be a connector. Like I love connecting people. Actually, that gives me great pride when I get to introduce people to one another, and it's not anything that I even consciously do. It just happens. Like I'm just one of those. I'm a
Yeah.
conduit for people getting to know each other. But I do want to take issue because this is what's your issue, right?
Mhm.
So Plungecast trademark popped in and said goof morning.
Yeah, he meant
I take issue that Plungecast actually corrected themselves with
Yeah.
good. I preferred goof morning.
Yeah, you're good.
It's perfect for Flip City.
Even if you don't know what you were trying to say, you ain't got to correct yourself around here. Yeah.
I liked goof morning.
Yeah, look, what I was saying, I met Christy, I met Cos, I met Bruce, things happened. It leveled us up. Okay, meeting you, I'd have never met Cos if I hadn't met you. Okay, now I have a business partner. We're actually a business. So much has happened since I met you that I blame you for and love you for at the same time.
You blame me? Are you blaming me that I saddled you with Cosmac Grandpa?
No, I'm blaming you for making me actually have to work at this.
Oh. Like I said, I'm totally hands off now. I connected you guys. You guys do your thing.
And isn't that great? Look, in the madness, so many people that have met on one of our shows have gone on to collaborate together and make cool stuff. And that's just what you're talking about right there, man. It's awesome. It was never the reason for the what?
Cos never was the reason for the evening. Is that song lyrics?
I don't know. I think he's trying to be clever.
See, that's how smart the man is. He's being funny over our heads now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Cos, just put your wolf suit on and stay in the closet.
That was great.
Yes. Okay, it was. Look up the song Tin Man by America. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Now I know what you're talking about. That's going old school. Some of these people don't even know the band America, bro.
That's okay. Are they the ones that sung about flying lizards in the sky?
I think they were.
Yeah. That's a cool song. I love it. I don't have it on any playlist or anything like that, but if I hear it on the radio, I'm like, oh yeah, flying lizards in the sky. Like, man, those guys were way out. Oh yeah, we were talking about Flip City. Like, I can't believe I changed the subject. That was very rude of me. Because I'm supposed to be
your issue.
That's why Kitty is a much better promoter than I am. But go to fundmycomic.com/FlipCity23 and check out our campaign. Our lead parody, we're really proud of. You can see them right here. We're doing a Joker parody. It's a 12-page full of spectacle, like a musical should be, parody on the Joker, and that is the Joker and gnarly cringe right there. You're not going to want to miss out on that on our lead parody. That's 12 pages, but you get an additional, I can't do math right now, it's a 68-page full color magazine for $12, free shipping in the United States. Can't beat that.
You could have called him the Poker and Gnarly Cringe.
Well, we decided to do the Joker, but it's spelled Joaqer.
Okay.
So it's kind of
Yeah,
like the Woker,
well,
like because Joaquin.
in his name Jacqueline or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. We're still debating on how it should be pronounced, but we're thinking Woker.
That is great. Drop the link over there on Rumble. We got the link on YouTube. The link's over on Pilled. You guys know what to do. You know what to do. You just go give some support, especially this time of year, people. I've been saying this a lot lately. I'm not going to stop saying it. This is the hardest time of year for creators to make money.
Isn't that funny? It should be the easiest because Christmas is coming up.
And this is the thing. I want people to remember the comic fans on your list. Okay, the people who love this kind of Flip City kind of stuff that are on your list. Don't go to Walmart and buy them something that is going to get trashed. Buy them something they love. If you got comic fans, buy them comic books.
Yeah,
I don't mean that crap at Marvel. I mean, buy them something they're going to love and they're going to appreciate.
But with Flip City, it goes beyond comic fans. It's comedy fans as well, and people that are tired of woke. They don't necessarily have to be a comic fan because they will enjoy Flip City, guaranteed, if they are tired of woke and kind of irritated at the state of the world. Basically, anything that irritates people at the state of the world right now that aren't quite woke, Flip City will appeal to them.
Anything, she said. Look, this stuff is hilarious. It's mad on steroids. I mean, it's mad and cracked fought, and the winner came out, took some steroids, and ended up in Flip City. Okay.
Well, it's funny if you read the description of what Flip City is. It's right at the beginning of the campaign. Part of it says, Flip City will make Mad Magazine its bitch if it were willing to come out and fight.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, even if Mad and Cracked fought, the winner would still get his ass kicked, But yeah, Flip City, people. This is the other issue.
It's true irreverence. Right now, our world needs a lot of irreverence and mock and ridicule, and that's the thing about us too. We can take it as good as we give it. It's just that anybody that wants to attack Flip City Magazine, they're just not very funny. I want to see Kitty and Alfred in a cage match.
Yes, it is funny. Look, I got I think 19 and 20, I think, are the issues that I got. And look, it ain't too often that I get a book and I want to just rip it open and start reading it. Usually I'll wait, I'll do a comic unboxing, I'll come out, I'll do a show about it, and then it'll go over there in the reader pile and wait until the power goes out. Okay, or the internet goes out. That's when I read. When the power's out, when the internet's out, we live out in the boonies. It happens pretty regular, Give me a little time. I go through my reader stack. Those books went from mailbox to reading.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. Well, the other thing too, if you, we highly encourage you to put the Flip City in the bathroom.
Leave
the phone out of the bathroom because that's gross. Put your Flip City in the bathroom.
No fecal matter on the comic books or magazines. No. Look, they got them little antiseptic wipes. You can wipe your phone off really easy. You cannot clean your comic.
You keep encouraging people to not put it in their bathroom, but we want you to read it.
Yeah,
read it, you guys.
It's like, for me, it's like, remember I lost them for a minute because I was going through that thing with the show offs, and I was trying to find stuff to show off, and it was like,
oh yeah,
I got some stuff mixed up, and I keep finding boxes that have stuff I forgot all about, and it's just been weird, right? The last few months, because I was all packed up to move, and then couldn't move.
Hey.
So everything was just a mess, right? And it's still a mess, trust me. But I know where they are now.
Awesome. Hey, Pops, can I tell you one more issue that I have at this very moment, and it's very pressing?
Yes.
I need to use the restroom.
I kind of knew you were going to say that.
Did you see me wiggling?
If you are not done, I will play a couple ads and you can come back.
No, I'm not done. I want to come back and talk more.
Okay. I'm going to play a couple ads then, folks.
All right, do it.
Because that's what we do. Check this one out. You see that name right there, Mike Barron? You see that name right over there? Check this out.
When a series of shipping disasters points to a mysterious sea monster, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson leave the comfort of Baker Street and board a freighter where they encounter unexpected betrayal and come face to face with the enigmatic Captain Nemo and his submarine, the Nautilus. As they delve deeper into the case, they uncover a conspiracy involving a Russian Tsar with an airship that rains destruction on unsuspecting cities. With time running out and the world on the brink of war, the heroes must use all their skills and resources to stop a massive conspiracy and prevent global conflict. From Eisner-winning writer Mike Barron and illustrator Richard Bonk, dive into the depths of adventure and unravel the mysteries of the sea with the world's greatest detective in Leviathan. Order now at baroncomics.com.
Dang, I wish I could pee that fast.
Yeah. Well, you have a prostate or something like that, I've heard. Sometimes I hear my husband peeing and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. And hey, thank you, Levi, by the way, for just buying the book and not being able to wait. We really, really hope that it does make you laugh out loud. That is the goal. And we get that feedback a lot. I think one of my favorite pieces of recent feedback is somebody had read it and said, this is the first piece of printed material that I've read in decades that has actually made me laugh out loud. And we have a feedback form that we send to readers that read our sample, which, by the way, I will take this moment to say, listen, if you don't think we're as funny as we say we are, we put our money where our mouth is, and we put a free issue online. Mm-hmm. Go read it. If it makes you laugh out loud, consider coming back to the Fund My Comic thing and showing us some love. $12, 68 pages, free shipping in the United States. Great, wonderful, awesome deal. We're trying to keep it affordable. We're trying to keep it affordable. And, with Bidenomics, it's been really difficult to be surviving these last, 4 years.
Beautiful stuff. Get digital. You can get it digital. You don't worry about shipping, right?
But if you live in the United States, buy the print. It is much better in print. It's more in your face. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we all need a little less screen time.
And for my retail friends that aren't afraid, right there, put them on the shelf. Put them on.
Or for people with actually like 10 friends. Or, I don't have 10 friends.
I mean, you can gift them. Look, that's your whole Christmas thing for all your comedic fans. They want something funny to read that's got some art. And look, the world's most based crossword, guys. Okay, it's got short strips, it's got longer stories, read along stuff that they do. These guys kill it. And all those advertisements, those are all funny too.
Yeah. Okay? Hey, Pops, do you want to play the testimonials thing? I'm really proud of it. because I obsessively collect quotes, and Mike Barron's in there saying real nice stuff about Flip City, and I love it.
Only if I get to say something first.
Okay, you say something.
Man, you guys, just buy it. There you go. How's that? Just buy it.
Just buy it.
All right,
Flip
let's see what
City
we
is
got here.
honestly funny. I mean, it's much funnier than Mad Magazine or Cracked because there's a bite to the humor. It's not all those cartoons are great, but some of the articles I read have been a real stitch. They're intellectual. They appeal to discerning people. It's not sarcasm, it's satire. And I urge you to subscribe to Flip City.
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone
Reese,
insane.
Cracker.
I mean, look
Love
at
him.
that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black
Even
and white,
when it
I thought
was
your
black
quality
and
was
white.
great. Like, damn, they have just, I mean, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
I love Flip City.
I like this guy.
It has brought new types of
Frank's
badassery and integrity to the print medium. I hope everybody goes out and supports you guys, and it's part of the fun.
Several copies of different issues of their magazine to me, and I've been perusing them recently. As I say, genuinely satirical, genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun. For example, Flip City issue 7 features McCommunism, over 100 million starved, extreme Karening, and sexy Fauci centerfold, and it delivers on everything it promises, including, well, I don't know about the sexy part, but there's the Fauci centerfold.
Favorite quote.
The city? Yes.
Yeah.
See, that guy's going to put it in his bathroom. See? That guy looks like Glenn. The astronaut looks just like Glenn. I'm sorry, he does. Glenn, if you're still watching.
I'm sorry, the astronaut looks like who?
Glenn!
Oh, Glenn. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen Glenn.
Oh, yeah. That astronaut looks like Glenn.
That's actually, but who it actually is Swalwell. That piece was made, during the Fartgate. Remember when Swalwell farted? So
it looks more like Glenn than Smallville. I'm just saying. And yeah, I call that dude Smallville because he's a cuck. Anyway.
Yeah.
But we have one more person that wanted to chime in on this real quick.
Okay.
And has a commentary himself.
All right.
Just back it already.
Just like, was that Levi?
That said that in the chat. Yeah, he was cueing me. He was cueing me. You're supposed to play the crom right now. See? See?
Just back it already. I didn't say that in the end there. But you got Gnarly Cringe stomping her feet saying, oh, look at that. Start laughing at the madness today.
Yes, we have Les Garner has an idea about Elon that Levi thinks he should do for you. Also, did you get to talk to Douglas?
Huh?
Douglas.
What about Douglas?
Douglas from Arsenic Lullaby.
Oh, yes. I've spoken to him. Scott has gone over and looked at his stuff. He thinks he's great. Douglas DM'd me after you told him that I made a thumbnail. So he just had a question about what Kitty does for Flip City. And I'm like, a lot. She wears a lot of different hats while Christy just sits back and is lazy. So, yeah.
That's one of those collaborations that I'm talking about right there. It's like, I want you guys, just like you want to be a connector. I want everybody to connect. I want everybody working together. I want everybody helping each other, promoting for each other, working toward a bigger, better indie nation for everybody.
Yeah. And dude, I just got to give major props. And I know everybody does it to Mike Barron. He's so freaking fantastic and a real champion for the indies. Like he has he has said multiple great things. He's a subscriber, by the way, to Flip City, Mike Baron. And he has given me so many quotable things about how much he loves the magazine, that you'll see different quotes across different social media platforms and on our website that Mike has given me. That's something that once I finally get off my booty and am able to go out to a con and have a table, I think I'm going to have a standee or something with Mike's quote. Because it tells you a lot about what it is. Like, it's comparable to Mad and
You
Crack.
don't need a standee. You just send him a plane ticket and have him stand in your booth with you.
Yeah, I've considered that. Or I just go to a con that he's at, and I'm like, you got to come to our table. Come hang out with us.
Just let us get some pictures of you at the Flip City booth. It's like just like that. I get to do a con next month, Christy. I get to go to Grand Rapids Comic Con next month.
I've heard you guys are launching a thing too.
Well, Mark Hodges always sends us press passes. Okay, we get to go and just walk around the floor, interview people, do our thing. But it's always fun. It's always a blast. And on the 16th of November, I will be in Grand Rapids on the floor, talking to creators, talking to fans, talking to anybody. I will have a couple of giveaway things. If you see Pops, yell, "Hey, Pops," from across the freaking room, man. I might have something to give you. I like to have fun when I go. When I do have stuff to give away, I'll bring a backpack full of stuff to give away. So watch for us. Be there. We're going to have a blast. We're going to we're going to see all our friends. Doug's going to be there. The guys from Arrow Comics, Randy Zimmerman's always there. Dirk Manning, the guy you saw open the show for us. It's like we get to talk to a lot of cool people, and we do a little short spot, and we put it out there online to let people know that's where they're at this weekend, and to get your ass out there on Sunday. So if you're not there Saturday, we will be posting stuff all Saturday night telling you to get your ass on over there on Sunday. So, it's all action, people.
So you're flying?
No, it's just right down the road.
Oh, Grand Rapids?
Yeah. It's about an hour away, 45 hour away maybe from where I'm at. I'm in Southwest Michigan.
I keep thinking you're in Arizona.
I lived there for a long, long time, but I don't live there.
Okay.
Look,
note to self.
Two strikes on that zero tolerance weed law in Arizona. Yeah, we weren't getting the third strike. We got the hell out.
I feel like I'm missing out not living east of the Rockies. It sounds like you guys have lots of parties out east, and I feel lonely in California.
Let me tell you what. I lived in Phoenix for 35 years, and Halloween was a event. There were multiple parties to go to. There was everything. Where I live now, nothing is an event.
Okay.
It's like the most boring, it's like, okay, 4th of July, there's going to be some fireworks on the lake over here. But you know what I mean? It's boring, and I like it. I lived under choppers. I lived under choppers and sirens all my life. Big city all my life. This is the first time I've lived in a rural area. Yeah. I don't hear sirens. I don't hear choppers. I don't see spotlights. I don't, none of that crap, right? Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I appreciate living rurally as well. Even though it's in California, it's still pretty dang rural. But that's the funny thing about California is, I've spent a little time in Pennsylvania. I spent 6 weeks in Pennsylvania, and I was kind of shocked at like how many people have lakefront property, because any lakes in California, it's all built up around the lake, tons of housing.
That's the way it is here. There's houses all the way around the lakes. We got 3 lakes within walking distance. Okay, like one of them's like just right there, one of them's right there, and one of them you have to walk like a quarter mile to, right? And 2 of them are really big lakes. And there's houses all around that thing, and you know all that lakefront property is high dollar. We don't live on the lake, but we live in the middle, in a little tiny residential area in the middle of all these lakes. So, you know what I mean? It's like we got choices.
Yeah.
There's no hangovers, RJ. we don't do hangovers, bro.
Chocolate hangover.
RJ is one of them people that also approached me about the other show, about the Fourth Wall. He wants me to interview Orion. So, you know, it's like that show took off. The idea for that show took off right away. And we got a bunch of people lined up for that one. It's going to be good. We're even going to interview Mr. Badger. Christy.
Oh, really? That'll be fun.
Yes. I mean, I wanted Nexus, but Crom couldn't reach Nexus.
Uh-huh.
But he did get Badger. You see what I'm saying? Crom's kind of the guy that's going to be moving me around to these different places to interview these people. You see what I'm saying? He's kind of like my cabbie, so to speak. And it's kind of funny. We'll have more fun with Crom as this goes on.
All right. So basically your Crom is my kitty. That's kind of what Kitty does. She goes around and books herself on podcasts and then never shows up.
No, Crom doesn't do that. He didn't do that. He never books himself to anything. He shows up whenever and wherever he wants to.
I see. That's right.
You see, I'm kind of surprised he hasn't shown up in a Flip City mag yet, but he will. He will. We actually have people who have written short stories with Crom.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. Doc wrote one. Let's see. Glenn wrote one. We have a few. Hex wrote one. There's a few of them floating around out there. And hey, maybe one of them people might want to talk to you about putting it in your book.
Yeah, you can I say DM Kitty. She'll make sure I get the message over on X. That's at Kitty Flip City.
Now, if somebody wants to take Crom and write a anti-woke story,
yeah,
as long as you run it by me before it goes to print, we can do that.
All right. I'd be interested to see what people come up with.
Dude, I mean, the stories that people wrote were for the Cromniverse, and they were good. Okay, there were some really good stories. There was actually one that I couldn't take the submission for that would probably fit your book the best. And but the guy got so mad that I couldn't take his submission that he don't talk to me anymore.
Oh well.
But it was perfect. It would have been perfect to go in your book, you know. I mean, and I'd even suggest it if I thought it could happen.
Yeah. Oh, you know, that opens up a perfect opportunity to tell anybody that happens across this is we do take submissions to the magazine, and we are looking for short strips. That is something we have in every edition of Flip City. It's called More Laughs, and that's where we put the shorter form, 1 panel through 6 panel little short comics. So if you have anything like that might fit the comedy genre, submit it to us and we'll take a look. We look at everything that's submitted.
I think Doc's Crom story actually ends with Crom getting him killed.
Getting Doc killed? Okay.
I mean, it's not like a comedy thing like the type of stuff that's written for your magazine, right? It's just a Crom story, but it is funny as hell, you know. But I could see somebody writing a Crom story that does fit the theme of your magazine, and that would be awesome, you know.
All right, you heard the man, people. Get to writing, submit it to Flip City.
I don't know what that means. I quite Friday
isn't bad. Mm-hmm. I quit Friday?
No.
I don't know.
Now he also wants to know, does Kitty get paid?
She's the only person paid.
She's the only one that gets paid.
She takes all the money.
All the money. So she's your chief financial officer.
Yes, and she embezzles everything. So that's why we had to start crowdfunding, is because we got to find a way to print things. That's the only money she doesn't take, is the crowdfunding money. So go back at today on exclusively on Fund My Comic, because we will not censor ourselves to go on other crowdfunding platforms just to be able to be on the bigger platforms. We will only ever use fundmycomic.com because we are not going to censor ourselves.
Wouldn't that like defeat the purpose of the theme of your whole book, to go somewhere where you have to censor yourself to sell it?
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Let's scroll this campaign real quick and see what would get us banned off of the big two here.
Okay,
So
well, the name Mike Baron will get you banned on a couple platforms all by itself.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
just
Reddit,
that alone?
Reddit. You go type a post about Mike Baron on Reddit. Watch how quick it gets taken down.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we'd get banned off Reddit for having a Mike Baron quote. Let's see. I don't think the cover would get us banned anywhere. That's, there's nothing too red flaggy about that. I don't believe that would get us banned anywhere. It's just some...
Tour the shitholes across the USA, banned.
But I know for sure the next one, Woke World, we're not on, we wouldn't stay on Indiegogo or Kickstarter with that one.
Trampo, you're done right there. Trampo,
yep.
You're done. Joey B. Tunes. Now, see, Joey's cool, but even Joey could get you censored.
Yeah, you know what happened with him recently? He just hit 1 million subscribers. In fact, we have an interview with Joey in this in volume 22, not in 23. Right. But when we interviewed him, he hadn't quite hit 1 million subscribers, but he did recently, and YouTube is denying him his plaque.
Yeah.
They're not going to send it to him because they don't like him.
Yeah, of course not. And it just surprises me. It's like, they make so much money off him that they got to bite their tongue.
Yes. They'll take the ad revenue. They'll take the ad revenue from what he gets from them. I don't know if he's demonetized over there or not, but they're definitely not sending him his earned plaque.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even if they've demonetized him, that doesn't mean they're not making money.
Exactly. See, that's the thing that's so freaking annoying too. I know so many people that are demonetized on YouTube, but I still have to watch 3 ads. I'm like, that is shenanigans. If somebody's demonetized, there should be no advertising on their thing.
It's so funny because I went on somebody's show once and I was pimping the Roku channel. And I was wanting them to bring their show. And I was telling everybody, bring your shows to the madness because we're going to build this bigger, better thing for you guys, right? And the dude tells me, he's like, well, why, Pops? Why should we bring our shows to your network? We already got all this and this and this. And I was like, okay, I guess you don't need me then. But other people that aren't monetized yet, they do, okay? If they want to be monetized right now, people like you, I was telling them, it's like, you already make the money over here on YouTube. So going to Roku would just be extra. But there's a lot of people who ain't making nothing yet, bro. And I'm trying to explain this to him, right? 2 weeks later, his channel got demonetized. And I sent him a message, and I wasn't trying to be fucking rude or anything, but I was like, that's why Roku, bro.
Yeah, except for you chose that GIF of Nelson going, ha ha.
See, I didn't though. I didn't rub it in his face, right? I was just like, dude, that's what I was trying to say. This is happening. It hadn't happened to you yet, so it didn't affect you.
Right.
Now it has. Do you understand what I'm trying to build now? You see what I'm saying? Because it was very adversarial when I was on a show. Like I was trying to take something from people when in actuality, I'm trying to give something to people.
Right.
You know, a lot of the people that run shows out of our network, they don't pay for StreamYard. They don't pay, you know what I mean? It's like they get free StreamYard to be part of the network.
It's nice.
No brainers, guys. These things are no brainers, you know.
in fact, Pops, because I only have secured Cosmac Grandpa to run my regular, weekly stream. I did want to talk to you about getting access to the group StreamYard, because I do want to stream a little more often. And be able to blast it out to all my channels.
Yes. You know, you're in.
Dude, I earned so much goodwill from you by connecting you with Cos. Like, I'm gonna take more and more advantage of you.
Well, you already had though. You had earned the goodwill with me before that. I mean, you know, I'd ask you for help with something. You were forthcoming with help, or you know. You've made some thumbnails for me, just, you know, stuff out of the blue I wasn't expecting. You know, like if I go in the group and I say, hey, yo, I need a thumbnail for a show, I'm always surprised by who sends me something. It's not always the same people, but it's always a surprise. Wow, I didn't expect to get something from that person. Cool. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that call out for the fourth wall, and I'm like, I have an idea. I really enjoy graphic design because I can't illustrate, but I can use Photoshop and Canva. Dude, anybody looking for a free, easy way to make thumbnails, go to canva.com. It is awesome. Anyway, let's talk about what's going to get me banned.
Everything.
I know for sure that the little maze right there, banned. If you scroll down just a little bit.
Yeah, I got to get to the right channel here.
Yeah.
The maze? The rainbow maze?
Yeah, see, Pongo there, he's one of my favorite characters by Pester Pooch. He's a really messed up, experimented on monkey. And I just love him. Anyway, yeah, that the goal was to get him through the maze without driving on the rainbow flag. And as you can see, it's impossible.
Yeah, well,
so you just drive on
the whole thing is you're supposed to use a really thick black marker when you drive all over this flag. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Bye,
Grey Wolf.
RJ says, I guess call sign Orion is too based for some people, just like its editor, which means it'll fit right in over here, bro. That's all it means. I can't wait to interview Orion because I really don't know anything about that character or his world. And those are the kind of interviews that are going to be super cool because I'm not going to read it ahead of time. I'm going to come in. Where the hell am I? Who the hell are you? What do you do? Who are you? You know what I mean? And he's going to get to tell the story about the world he lives in from the perspective of the character.
Right.
And it's great. I love the idea. Whoa, we got Jim O'Reilly.
Hi, Jim O'Reilly.
So, brother, Grey Wolf, you have a great afternoon. We got shows all day. I'm sure I'll see you later, bro.
Yeah, Grey Wolf, man. He's always up in the madness. I appreciate that. And then I did want to address that. And Levi, I don't have any clue right now about issue 24 because we're so focused on 23 because 23 also pops. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but we got accepted to be distributed by Diamond. So volume 23 is going to be the very first one that it is now actually running in the catalog right now.
Now you have to change every promo and every thumbnail you have for this book to include the page number that this is on in Diamond.
I'm gonna have to find that out. I'll have to contact
You gotta do that because
my
I
guy.
can go into the store. Look, I know a lot of comic store owners, and very few of them look much at that book. They pretty much know what their fans want. They order what their fans want. If you don't know, you go into a comic book store and you're like, man, I want you to get Flip City. It's in there. They don't know where it is. If you don't tell them it's on page 284, you see what I'm saying? So put that on all of your promos, everything in diamond on page 2 with the order number, everything, so that a retailer goes, oh, damn, boom, all the information's right there for them. Well, they don't have to go look for it.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll be doing this entire month. And in fact, I should have started today, but I am doing a lot of promo on this campaign, is I'm guerrilla marketing. So I am actually calling comic book shops to at least give them the name, so it's in their head. But thank you so much. I didn't even think about knowing what page number we're on. So I will find that out. Yep.
Yes. You have to do that. Look, it's all part of the marketing. Anywhere you're selling your book or anywhere you're promoting your book, you have to make sure people know the easiest way to access it. Okay.
Thank you, dear.
You're
a wealth of information.
Man, well, it's just from talking to people. Like when I was doing that RPG game with Max and Johnny owns a store, right? And I just asked Johnny flat out, do you look at every page of the fucking Diamond book? And hell no, I ain't got time for that. None of these guys have time to look at every page, okay? William Samuel Quinton is one of our regulars for 5 years. This guy calls 5 comic book stores a day on the weekday. So that's 25 stores a week. And he does it religiously to get his book into comic book stores. I'll send you a PDF. I'll send you whatever, check it out. Right. And he cold calls one comic book store after another.
And who is this guy? I should talk to him.
Sam Quinton from 47 Furious Tales, Reign of Ages, Tibby's Mushroom Trip. He's got some good books over there. Sinopa Publishing, Sinopa.
Dude.
Sinopa Publishing. That's Sam. And he is a wealth of information. And I think he's in, 40 stores nationwide right now. And he's called 1,000. Don't get me wrong. He's done a lot of work to get in those 40 stores. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he religiously makes those 5 calls every business day.
Okay. Well, I love that he has a pattern of doing it, So yeah, I'm sure he might be able to give me some tips on to how to correctly guerrilla market. Because I'm a little nervous to do it, but I think once I get in my zone, I'll be able to, keep up with it and have my script and all that kind of stuff.
I'm going to tell you about something else. There's a guy on the West Coast, and his name is blanking me right now, but I will message you when it comes back to me if I don't remember right now. Sam knows. If you talk to Sam will tell you. This dude puts books in dispensaries all over the West Coast.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Okay. I actually have emailed them a couple of times and haven't heard back, so I need to get on my bugging train.
Yeah,
that's part of my job. Well, it's actually part of Kitty's job, but I do her job all the time. She gets all the money and doesn't do shit.
That's what I'm hoping to try and network some of these dispensaries up here in Michigan and maybe get some of you guys' books in their stores up here too. But I have to be able to show that it works, right?
Yep.
Okay. If my friends who have books in dispensaries are selling their books out of dispensaries, then I can go, hey, look, it's working for those guys.
Right. Well, and that's the thing too. Like, I just can't imagine a better book to be in dispensaries than Flip City, because we deal in the comedy, get stoned and read this shit.
All the stoner comics. There's a lot of stoner comics. Okay. Still Toking with those guys that do the show on Wednesday. They have a comic book, right? It's 5 issues so far, I think. I have them all, actually. But they also have a live action thing coming. Not live they already have live action episodes of their comic, but they have a huge animated thing they're launching on the 11th, I think, of November, where they're doing a huge animation of their stuff. Those guys, another set of guys, another couple people you might want to talk to about short things in your book. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ben and Jeff, it's still Toking. Those guys, funny as hell. You know?
Yeah, I've tried to contact them too, but I haven't really bugged them too much. I need to, try to connect with them because I do like the show that they run. And hey, I just want to take this opportunity to let you know that Trick Pony checked in and dropped a sticker.
Popcorn
over on Pilled. Yeah,
and he's eating popcorn.
That's right.
You know I eat popcorn on Pilled too, right?
Yes, I do. I was the one that uploaded that sticker. I think that was the first Madness sticker. Yep, there it is.
Yes.
So for anybody that has no idea that what we're talking about right now, go to pilled.net and sign up for an account. Find the Madness Comic Network and Flip City Magazine over there, and check out all the other awesome content. And 3 Beer Men, yes.
3 Beer Men, for sure. Look, some good stuff over there. We have fun. Okay, but the difference in the chat is you guys are talking in YouTube, you're typing. In Pilled, you can actually put little short GIFs in your chat.
Mm-hmm.
And there's tons of GIFs over there to choose from, and you can upload your own, and it's fun.
It's also an instant monetization platform as well. So if you're streaming, you can get monetized immediately.
Yes. It's one of the places that we're going to try to garner the extra revenue that we need to go to Roku. Okay, just like anything that we scrape up out of YouTube or out of Pilled, or anything that we scrape up out of any of these other platforms, it's just to build the funds we need to go to Roku. That's so anything that you donate to us anywhere is going toward building this network to make it bigger and bigger and bigger.
Woohoo! Grab a shovel, everybody.
Yeah, there ain't no. I've had some great meetings with Cos. I've learned a lot about the business end of this. At the same time, I'm confident I don't have to know that much. You know what I mean? It's like he explains everything to me, but I'm confident that he's got this handled. So I can just do what I do, which is recruit more people to the network, promote, keep doing what I do. Look, it's fun again, Christy.
Good.
It was
I'm glad you're having fun again.
Right? I mean, the show, some of the shows were the same. They're getting a little stale. It was the same shit every week. We got some new shows. I just keep trying to keep it fresh, right? That's not saying I want shows to go away. That's saying I want more shows to come in and keep growing this thing.
Oh, hey, I don't think you know this story, but I was in another Pilled chat a couple weeks ago, maybe even just a week ago, but that doesn't matter. And one of our readers was in there, and we were chit-chatting, and she said, oh, hey, I want to let you know another comic person came over here to Pilled. And of course, I know the backstory. I know how all that happened. And she's like, I can't remember what they're called. And like, I'm typing, but I have fat thumbs. So like, I'm typing it wrong, and I'm just trying to type Madness Comic Network. And by the time I got it typed and sent, she went and found Madness Comic on Pilled.net and was like, oh, it's called Madness Comic Network. And I'm like, yep, I know.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of followers already over there. We get people that interact with the chat every show, pretty much. Like
except for this one.
Last night we did something new, right? I went out before the horror movie club and actually played the movie that we were talking about afterwards on the horror movie club. Nice. So people can go to Pilled. You can watch the movie that we're going to discuss each week on Brian's show. So that, if you haven't seen it, you see the promo for it. Oh, those guys are watching Terrifier this week. You can watch Terrifier on Pilled 2 hours prior to Brian's show going on. So you get to watch the movie and then hang out with us while we talk about it. You know,
Man, horror movies really are a niche, and it's a big one, actually.
dude.
I'm just not into horror movies.
But Brian has expanded his show. It's like now it's the Spaghetti Western Jamboree and the Kung Fu Theater as well. So we get all three, right? And each week alternates. So one week you're going to get some Clint Eastwood or something. The next week you're going to get some Bruce Lee or something. The next week you're going to get Michael or Jason or what. You see what I'm saying? It's like, but he tries to keep it to the movies that aren't super well known. Stuff that you might have missed back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s that was great. And we show those, you know. And dude, last night we did Night of the Werewolf. From the 80s, right? Great movie. I'd never seen it. But I sat and watched it before the show and then listened to Brian talk about all the things he knows about who did the score, who the actors are, the director, this story, that story about the set. And you know what I mean? It's like he's really knowledgeable about the stuff that he brings to his channel, which, man, I couldn't ask for a better show. That one really is the top view getter out of all the shows on our network. Brian's show Thursday night, it definitely pulls them in. What's up, Ghost Pepper? I see you over there.
I know. I was trying to say hi, Ghost Pepper.
Ghost
there on Pilled.
He pops in regularly. He or she, I'm sorry, I don't know. Pops in regularly over on Pilled. Like Grey Wolf over here on YouTube. Almost every show we see Ghost Pepper over there. Appreciate it.
Very cool.
So
yeah.
What else you got?
Wow.
Got any more issues?
Oh, me? Well, yeah, I think we hit on the censorship thing because that was my main issue today.
I want to know about the blackmail.
Oh, the P. Diddy blackmail?
Yeah, I mean, they're getting everybody else. How come you haven't come out in support of Kamala yet?
Oh, well, because we have nothing to be blackmailed with. You know? I mean, we're quite open about the people that we are. Just read any Flip City magazine and you might get a good understanding of our savage senses of humor over here.
I'm just going to say I've never seen in my whole life so many people endorsing a candidate in the last 5 days of an election. Never in my life. Look, either you was for her 4 months ago when she first took over, or you ain't for her and you're just talking now.
You know what I'd really like to do is talk about what I'd really love to see from another 4 years of Trump. And my number one thing is as much disclosure as possible. Like we get to know what's truly been going on. Do you think that'll happen though?
I think he will do the JFK stuff.
Okay.
And I think
it's old enough.
Epstein stuff, but I don't know about some of the other things. Well,
the Epstein stuff would be huge.
Yeah.
And I think and that just would lead to like so many other cans of worms to be opened, So I guess disclosure on Epstein stuff would satisfy me for the entire 4 years.
I want the JFK. I want the JFK stuff. I want to know what they know about what really happened to Kennedy. Not a movie, not somebody's impression or opinion. I want the facts. He was shot 2 months after I was born, 61 years ago. I'm pretty sure you can tell us what the fuck happened.
Well, it's hilarious that so many people that wouldn't consider themselves and probably even call plenty of other people conspiracy theorists are now like, it's a mainstream thing. Like, dude, they lied to us about JFK, right? But they still reject so many other things because of the whole conspiracy theorist thing that was invented by the CIA to make people seem crazy that question the JFK thing.
Actually, they did that in Roswell.
No, I thought it was JFK.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying they use that same. It's conspiracy.
Tactic.
It's a weather balloon. It's like you guys are nuts. They use that same shit with the UFOs, as far as trying to ridicule or humiliate people that came out and said anything about it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. I don't like the way we look. Free speech is supposed to be exactly that everybody can come out and tell the truth about shit.
Well, that's the thing. You still have. It's kind of like the whole coercion thing with the vaccine. It's like nobody ever forced you to take the vaccine, you know.
No,
but it was coercion.
Yeah, they just forced you out of society if you didn't, right?
Or
right.
wanted to, at least.
Levi has posted this thing, a 24-hour stream for the 24-hour Comics Day Challenge.
What is that?
Yeah, that's look, it would have to we have shows in that 24 hours that would have to play. So it'd be really hard to put together a 24-hour stream on the network because we'd be preempting other people's stuff. You know
unless you were able to coordinate like 4 or 5 different hosts to take over.
We'd have to have different hosts, and then we'd have to still give the people who have a regular time slot like this. If we did it on Friday, this show would still have to happen at noon. You see what I'm saying? The shows that we do would still have to happen in their regular time slot. So it would be a 24-hour stream, but it would be kind of weird to coordinate with all the different channels and different people that would be involved.
Well, you know what? I'm going to, on behalf of Levi, I'm going to say to Pops, excuses.
Now, 24 pages in 24 hours, all by one artist, a complete comic book lettered as well in 24 hours.
Okay, sounds to me that Levi is volunteering.
I'm saying I know a couple of people that are that fast that could give us a page an hour, but somebody's going to have to give them you've done it 4 times.
Wow.
Well, holy shit.
Wow, Levi, you're a savage.
How come, you've done it 4 times. Is there video somewhere that we can fucking play of that?
Hey, I just got to say, though, that Ghost Pepper confirms over on Pilled that I'm a man, baby.
Yeah, that makes me feel better because I've been passing the joint to a dude all this time. So he knows what I'm talking about. I got that great big Cheech and Chong joint. And I got passing it to Chong,
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
And so you're always passing that over to the Ghost Pepper?
Always, yeah. I mean, I'd pass it to everybody. What can I tell you? Christy, this has been really fun.
I'm glad. I've had a nice Friday morning with you as well. I'm kind of grinding my teeth because I've only had coffee and cigarettes this morning.
Mine's
I should probably eat.
It's empty. It's empty. Yeah, this was fun. I'm looking forward to this show. Anybody wants to be on What's Your Issue, come out and talk about what your issues are. You are more than welcome. I'm looking at you, Jim, because you have issues, bro.
Yeah.
You got issues. I really think you belong on this show at some point. So, book you a date Friday at noon. Anytime you want to come out, just let me know. Now, next Friday, I'm going in for surgery. There will not be a What's Your Issue unless Levi wants to host a What's Your Issue. If that's so, then Levi, if you want to pull a guest for that, you can, and we can set that up. But I won't be doing a show. I'll be under the knife at noon next Friday. So
good luck with that.
Yeah. I will be under the knife at that time.
At exactly noon.
I have to be there at 9. The surgery starts at 11. So, I'll be sleepy. But if Levi, if you want to set up a show for that, let me know. If you want to pull in a guest for that. I didn't book a guest for next week because I wasn't going to be here. you know. But if you want to, you are more than welcome to. The Freewheeling Friday next week, I think I also did not book a guest for because I'm not sure how I'm going to be feeling at 11 o'clock at night after surgery. Probably still be in the hospital, so I didn't schedule that show either. You guys know how it is. ADHD Theater will still go off as scheduled next week. And, you know, I mean, the regular shows that other people host, that stuff will still happen. I just won't be here. Okay. Hopefully I'll feel well enough to be back in the chair on Sunday and doing the draw stream and everything. But other than that, people, go over to Fund My Comic. Go look at Fund My Comic. Look at all the actual stuff over there that is for sale. There are storefronts where you can get people's back issues, all kinds of stuff going on over at Fund My Comic. It's only a 2% fee to run a campaign over there right now. Guys, you can't get a better deal to run a campaign. And, you know, there's some great comic books and comedy over there for you to go buy. You have friends that like comics, buy them a comic for Christmas.
That's right.
From anybody out here. Support indie comics. Buy one of your friends a comic book this Christmas. Make it that simple. I challenge everybody to buy one of their comic fan friends a comic book, an indie comic book for Christmas this year. I challenge you all.
Yeah. And hey, Pops, just real quick before we pop off, can you just scroll up to our very first tier, or the one that I really would love for people to support, because this actually comes, the Ketchup 4-pack. You will get 3 issues in time for Christmas, with the 4th issue coming just after the new year. So that is a wonderful, wonderful gift, because you're actually going to give a gift that keeps on giving. They're going to get 3 editions right away for Christmas. You can wrap them up and give them that. And then they will get volume 23 after the new year. So anybody that's interested in backing, I'd say back at that tier if you're giving it as a gift.
There you go. There you go, people. That's how it is. Now, Levi, you don't have to host this show next week. I'm just throwing it out there if you want to. Anybody, okay, in the network that wants to come out and pick up a show for me while I'm gone next week, that's cool. I appreciate you. I hate dead spots. But I surely can't schedule something I'm not going to be there for, you know. But,
yeah, well, you know, you've kind of piqued my interest. I might want to guest host for you, because I've made a lot of friends in the indie scene that I love talking to. So I might be able to grab a guest and host for you, because Levi's being non-committal.
That would be awesome if you want to guest host next week. You know, you have to figure out who you want as a guest, though, because like I said, I scheduled no guests. So you'd have to pull you good stuff, or somebody, you know, somebody that you want to give the floor to.
Exactly. I know lots of people with issues.
Yeah.
So I might be able to pull a guest. I'll let you know. Cool. I will let you know if I can find somebody. And I'd say 90% chance y'all are going to see me here next week in the driver's seat.
Oh, that would be awesome. Kaz, you might have to produce that one backstage.
No, I can use StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
I try not to ask too much of Kaz. I really appreciate that I take up time during his week for our regular show.
I know, it's like I don't like to bother him, and then it seems like too many days have gone by where I haven't been in touch with him, and I'm like, hey dude, we gotta have a meeting.
Well, he's retired.
I know, and I don't want him to ever feel like it's like I'm pushing him, you know, because that's not how you do it, you know. But at the same time, I'm like, I wonder if I've gotten anything done, and I mean me. I don't mean him, you know. It's like, is there something I need to be doing? I'll be hitting him up like, hey, is there anything I need to do?
Yeah,
we should have a meeting, just talk about stuff, you know. I love that dude. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know that dude. So thank you.
Woo! So, everybody loves Cosmac Grandpa. There's nothing to hate about him, I don't think. I haven't discovered it yet. at least.
No, that dude's awesome. I'm nothing but praise and thanks for everything that's happened since you introduced me to him. It's been amazing.
For sure. Okay, well, let's wrap it up then. Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
I'm going to play one or two more ads because we got Laurie. You guys know Laurie, right? What is Path of the Pale Rider anyway? Yeah, I got an unboxing in about 4 minutes, so tune back in. We'll be right back. Peace, everybody. Oh, come on. Just end this thing.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz
how to do it.
hands. Jazz hands.
Have a good night.